Anyways, I am not going to spend any time talking because I'm not the focus of this thing. I just want to tell you guys how much we appreciate everything that you do to support the tour, to support the ride, and to support MESA. And one of the updates that I want to give you is that, I don't know if you've been keeping up with all of the reports, but in the last 2 years, MESA has shipped 38 shipments overseas, including more than 20 to Ukraine. We just finished acquiring, Randy, or Keith, how many of the ultrasounds did they acquire?
We were like 5.
Well,
there are 5 that they have in hand.
Right. Okay, but the money that they have raised, they've actually surpassed the goal of $50,000. They've raised $75,000 to purchase these handheld ultrasound units that, it used to be a big machine that you couldn't carry around from anywhere else. Now it's just a little handheld gadget that ties into your phone with an app. A doctor can use it, out in the community and without having to lug equipment around. And they've raised $75,000. I think they're about $5,000 a piece, right? So
4,200.
yeah, so imagine how many of those we'll be able to get and send overseas. And the tour raises about half of MESA's operating funds every year, aside from the couple of extra projects that they've done to raise money for the new trucks and to raise money for the ultrasounds. But the tour itself is actually half of MESA's normal operating budget. So your support for us is directly affecting lives overseas. Our district governor, Tim Ryan, at Friday night's kickoff was telling us about his polio trip. He was on a polio vaccination trip to Nigeria. And when he was in the main city of Karachi, or not Karachi, anyways, I forget the name of the capital there in Nigeria, but they went to a meeting, and there were 2 ladies who were waiting for him. They had heard he was from District 6600. They grabbed his hands and started thanking him and crying because their husbands had needed kidney dialysis, and MESA had sent 15 kidney dialysis machines to Nigeria that ended up saving their husbands' lives. And not only save their husband's lives, but in that culture, when the husband dies, the family is split up and sent off to other relatives. So what that actually ended up doing is keeping the entire family intact together. And they were so overwhelmed with thankfulness that they had never met him, but they knew that he was connected to MESA because our district was MESA. And to realize that we are having that kind of impact on individuals overseas, saving lives, keeping families intact. We have so much fun doing this, but understanding that there's a purpose behind it and that what we're actually doing has a meaning, that's even more satisfying. And so every time we meet with a club, we want to tell you, thank you. You're not just feeding us, you're feeding MESA. You are supporting MESA. You are encouraging us to keep doing, and we keep spreading the message so that people don't forget, so it doesn't drift off your radar, because that's vital and it serves the mission and purpose. But what I really want to do is just really quick, I'm told that your meeting goes until 3 o'clock. Really quick, if we've got about 10 minutes, for each of the riders, just take 1 minute really quick to stand up, introduce yourself, and one real quick word about why it is that you ride and what keeps you coming back, or what brought you. We've got a couple of riders who are here for the first time with us. What brought you to the ride? So we'll start at that table down there with Tim. Really quick, introduce where you're from and why you ride.
I'm Tim Broad. I am from Bowling Green, and brace yourself, I am not a Rotarian.
Yes.
Okay, the other part of it is I've done this for 16 years now. So mine kind of started, had a friend in Sylvania, Rotary, decided we were going to do this ride. Issue was about a few years before that, I had a tumor removed from my pelvis, and in doing so, they cut the nerves that run down my left leg. So my left leg, on the bottom half, I don't have any use. The upper part, I got about 70. So anybody that thinks they can do it, you can do it. I can do it, you can do it. And I keep coming back just because I'm helping people that I'll never meet, and I know that the world's going to be a little bit better for that. So.
I'm Ken Potts, charter member from the out of Landor Club, but now moved to Findlay, and I'm in the Findlay Flag City Morning Rotary Club. I've been doing the ride for about 15 years. I was actually reading doing a little devotion this morning. I'm a retired pastor, but still working, you know how it goes. And Jesus was saying to his disciples, "My hour has not yet come, but yours is always here." And that for me is what we're about. Right here, right now, in the moment that we're living, being able to be a part of something that's a whole lot bigger than me, and to have fun doing it. So thanks for your support.
I'm Josh Deans. I'm from the Ada Club. This is my first time riding this. I've been in Rotary for a little less than a year, and I joined up. Somebody else in my club has ridden this before, and she kind of suggested that I go on this. Randy came and spoke, and he suggested, and I just think that everything MESA does is pretty cool, and so I'm happy to support that and have fun riding my bike.
I'm Barney Beckman, out of Landor Club, and I've been a member of Rotary for about 20 years, and always had the excuse I had no time. So I retired so I could do the MESA bike ride.
Amen.
And MESA is really gives you're the clubs, you can do great things. But, MESA helps improve people's lives and saves them. So it gives you the clubs the power to do that.
I'm Herb Delaport, a member of the Lorraine Rotary Club. Apparently, Kurt and myself had a misunderstanding of what the word "no" meant, so now I'm driving the truck.
Herb's got a longer history with the tour than just that. Herb and I were two of the 5 Rotarians that rode the very first tour from Elyria to Chicago. And it started as somebody's idea to go to the Centennial Convention and ride in the parade. And we're like, yeah, we're not going to do just the parade. If you want to raise money for something, then it would be worthwhile. And he was like, oh, let's raise money for MESA. So that's how it started. Herb was one of the charter members of the tour. Jim?
Yeah, I'm Jim Rickenberg. I'm from Grand Rapids, Ohio. I'm also a non-Rotarian. My brother-in-law, though, is Randy Box, and we all know. And he has told me all the benefits of MESA, and I'm tickled to death to be a part of it. And this is my 3rd year driving, and enjoy it a lot. Thank you.
I'm Randy Box. I'm from the Waterville Rotary Club, and I've been riding this since 2008. I rode it one day and had so much fun. You know, fun is okay. That can be part of the Rotary. That I decided next year I'd ride the whole ride, and I've been doing it ever since. I'd just like to mention that what we do is a gift. What we give to MESA is truly a gift. You might say, I get gifts for my birthday or Christmas. That's not a gift. That's a present. Your family gives you a gift, and you give them a gift. The true meaning of a gift is when you give something not expecting anything in return. And we, as Rotarians, give this to MESA to be shipped somewhere in the world to people we may never see. And Tim Ryan got to see the people that actually received the gift and were grateful. And that is even better yet when you can do that. But I just like to keep giving gifts.
Dave Weldy, Waterville. I've always enjoyed riding bicycle, so this is down my alley. I also enjoy fixing bicycles if necessary. I'm a retired family physician and sports medicine exercise physiologist, so this fits in with my milieu and allows me in retirement to maintain some form of assistance and help in the healthcare industry. I ride the oldest bike on the tour to give Ken somebody to make fun of.
I'm Keith Lyman from the Rotary Club, and I'm also a retired family physician. I'm just an old family guy who likes to ride bikes, and it's really, I think Mesa just sort of near and dear to my heart. Collecting used equipment that's still good, but it's not going to be, it's just going to be thrown away, and getting it to people who can really use it. So that's what motivates me.
I'm John Hill. I'm from the Vermilion Club. I'm not sure how many years I've been doing this, but I'm glad I'm doing it. But quite honestly, I don't like to ride that far. You know, I like to ride maybe 10, 15 miles a day, but this is insane. So why do I do it? What motivates me? What motivates me is I know, and I've seen a Mesa container in Haiti, and I have seen the direct benefit and how grateful those people are and how they pray for me and how they pray for us and they thank us. So I know that even though I am uncomfortable on the seat for whatever, I know it saves lives, and that's why I continue to do it.
I'm Melissa Tansey. I'm a member of the Mommy Rotary Club. Been on a Rotarian for about 10 years and also have been serving my Rotary Club for about 10 years. They don't wait long, right? My dad is also a Rotarian, and he brought us into doing these rides just when we come back and visit from California, and so we just kind of started doing it before I really knew what it was, but then once you know what it is, you want to keep that mission alive, and we love being a part of. Our club supports Mesa, we're big Mesa supporters, and so it helps me be engaged and go out and go back to my club and keep that message, keep that conversation alive, and keep talking about it, because it's really important what we're doing, as you've heard. So we appreciate your support. Thank you.
Amen.
Do rock, paper, scissors.
I'm Mike Curbile. I'm from the Bryan Rotary Club, and I ride the Rotary MESA Ride because I'm cheap. We have primary care doctors on this ride. I get my annual physical, and I'm all checked out and all ready to go. So that's why I ride. No, seriously, all the riders are required to at least raise $500. So I mean, we're not doing it just for free. I mean, we're raising money. It isn't just about us riding around here and having other people support the ride per se. So I like Bill Peppel and his wife Kim got me into biking. And one of the big jokes is when we were at the Bryan Rotary Club, Bill gave me everything. He gave me an old bike, shoes, everything. They said, well, are you wearing Bill's spandex?
Well, are you?
I was. No. But anyhow, that was the answer. But this is really a great event. Like your club, you're looking for younger people to get involved, and we really need to have younger people involved in this because, as you can see, we're not all very young. So anyhow, it's a great event. Love doing it, and thanks to Kim and Bill Peppel. I love riding. Amen.
I am Bill Peppel, and I'm sitting here thinking about my father was a Rotarian, and the first time I was at a Rotary Club meeting was in this building when I was in the 5th grade. So it's been a while since I've been in the 5th grade. But I'm proud to be a graduate of Hicksville High School. I have fond memories of growing up here. It just warms my heart to be here. So I thank you for the hospitality and everything that you provided to us today. And I was so excited to be here. I got here a little early, pumping up tires and riding. I love to ride. When you can mix riding your bicycle with raising money for such a good cause, it's just a match in heaven. So I really appreciate all the support that the riders give each other. We have a community of riders, and so it just really feels good when we ride. So thank you.
The fact that we do this tour every year is a little bit owed to Bill Pepple and to his club, because the first tour, on the second day out, we stopped. The first day was in Fremont, the second day was Fremont to Bryan. And we were hosted by a party at President Bill Steele's house, and I believe Bill was there, and the question came up, are you going to do this again next year? And we were riding to the convention. The next year, the convention was going to be in Finland. But I don't think it had occurred to us that we could do it again. But it was the Bryan Club that gave the idea, and out of that came the idea of doing a route within the club and then visiting various clubs and dividing the district up into quadrants, and then trying to meet with every club at least once during that 4-year cycle. So Bill and the Bryan Club deserve some credit for keeping MESA alive, keeping the tour alive as a fundraising tool for MESA. Honestly, we just have a lot of fun doing this. And the fact that it is meaningful and purposeful, if you have younger people who are getting involved in your club or the way to reach, we had a presentation a few weeks ago at a district event where it's, there's a lot of false rumors about the younger generation. They're not lazy. They are not, the kind of people who are just trying to ride on coattails. They want to have meaning and impact in their community. They want to live a life that really has a purpose, and to see the impact that what they're going to do is truly meaningful. And if you can point out to your club, did you guys do the brag banner type thing? Our club had a little bit of issue with that, and when we finally did, it was like, you know what? There's a lot that we've actually done. There's a lot that we've accomplished, and we can point to that and say, you know what? Our club is having an impact. That's the kind of thing that younger people want to see, that you're not just a bunch of older people who enjoy getting together and socializing. You have a meaning and a purpose, and what you do has an impact. And MESA is a great example of that, and the tour is also an example of what you can do personally that would have an impact around the world. And I think that draws that younger generation that wants to see meaning and purpose behind what they do. And so for your younger members and for reaching out to younger members, I think pointing to those impact things that you have already done and the opportunities for doing things in the future that do have meaning and impact. I think that is what's going to draw, or at least it's a big part of what is going to draw younger people to your club, to see that it's worthwhile. It has meaning, it has impact, and they can see it. I'll share, tomorrow several of us are going to be wearing a special jersey that we bought to commemorate a friend of ours whose life himself was changed by the tour. Mike Tansey from the Sylvania Club rode with us a number of years ago. He could only ride one day. He was 300 and some pounds. And it was a challenge to him to even try to do one day. But he had so much fun that he's like, I need to get myself in shape, and I want to ride next year. I want to ride the whole tour. He lost so much weight that the next year when he showed up, half of us didn't recognize him. I walked right past him and asked somebody, is Mike here? They said, yeah, you just walked past me. He's right behind me. It's like, he's a brand new man. And he was so grateful for the motivation of the tour to lose the weight and to become more healthy, because that now helped him get out and play with his grandkids. It helped him do things that he was not physically able to do before. And Mike was a wonderful example of how the tour actually changed his own life, much less people, 1,000 miles away in another country. Unfortunately, we lost Mike a few years ago to cancer, and now we honor him on one day during the tour with some jerseys that are dedicated in his memory that had Tansy on them. But it's a way of reminding people and that we meet that the tour is accessible. Mike rode with us when he was 300 and some pounds, and he rode the whole day. You can do it. Tim said if he's got one really functional leg, if he can do it, anybody can do it. And so we welcome anybody who wants to ride. A number of years ago, we had a 90-year-old Rotarian who rode with us from our rest stop to the edge of town.
All right.
And that was just darn cool to have a guy who that age and and it was what he could do is like that was inspiring. That was just really awesome.
I think Larry will do that with you next year, won't you, Larry?
So it is an opportunity, it is fun, it has meaning and purpose. I can't encourage you enough that if you would like to join us for any portion or bit of it, you will see yourself, you will see your club, and you will see Rotary in a completely different light, and it will help you understand the impact that Rotary and MESA can have both locally and around the world. So thank you to your club. I have from our group, I have a token of our appreciation. I don't know if you have banners where you display club banners, but we have a tour banner that we would like to present to you folks.
Mike.
John, you want to take it?
I suppose. Thank you. All right. Say lactic acid.
MESA.
Thank you. Good job. I was going to ask, how many miles total were you going to do?
Well, let's do 270.
250.
I heard
270 altogether.
Okay.
270 altogether. Well, I think we should give him another round of applause. Well, I know you've been part of our club here for a number of years, being able to be part of our luncheon, and we appreciate all that you do for yourselves, your family, your club, the district, and international. I mean, the outreach you're doing for everything is just wonderful, and it shows what Rotary is all about with giving. So we thank you for that. We ask you to be safe on your next journey here, where you're traveling to, and thanks again for being here. So, Kurt, thank you for the presentation, and again,
thank all of them.
Yeah, I know. But thank you for talking today and presenting the organization. So, with that, again, good luck. God bless, and we thank you for all that you do. We will be dismissed with the pledge of allegiance. Please stand.